Investing into marketing as a financial advisor can be daunting. You're not sure if the dollars that you're spending in advertising, in paying an agency, in hiring someone to your team is translating into more assets under management, into more revenue for your business. In today's video, we're going to talk about the most important metrics that financial advising businesses and wealth managers should track in their marketing in order to discern whether or not they're making a good investment into their marketing programs. The other beautiful thing about clearly defining your marketing KPIs is that what gets measured gets managed. And so once you're tracking all the marketing KPIs in your business, it's easier to identify which one is below industry standards, which one is lagging, which one is the constraint on the business. And then that's where you can focus your attention in order to optimize it. As those marketing KPIs improve across the board, you'll see more leads, you'll see business close at a more effective rate, and you'll make greater profits on each person that joins your firm. Let's get into those metrics. The first metric is the most important. I'm not going to bury the lead and put the most important one last. It's customer acquisition cost. This is where you total all your marketing costs, your advertising spend, the time spent to produce creative, the time spent nurturing that lead all the way to them becoming an actual client. So it can be blended if some of your advisors are working on a commission model. It can be blended with their commission structure in order to understand that total acquisition cost. But if you have clarity on your CAC, on your customer acquisition cost, you can simply compare that to the LTV of the average client that comes in the door. Maybe you're selling just a one-time annuity, it's a one-time commission, and we just need to keep it at a reasonable number below that average commission size. Or you're collecting those assets under management, you know approximately what you're going to collect from that new client on an annualized basis, and marry that to the average amount of time that a client spends working with you and your company. If you can get clarity on those two simple numbers, your LTV and your CAC, then you know what you're spending and what you can spend to acquire each marginal client. And if CAC goes down while you still get lots of leads, life is good. The next metric that we're going to talk about is cost per lead. And this can vary greatly by channel type, by what type of digital marketing campaign you're running. Google ads are likely going to be more expensive on a cost per lead basis than a Facebook ad. However, the Facebook ads are much more casual. Someone's scrolling through, kind of consuming media, and then invited to maybe to have a free consultation, have a free portfolio review. Whereas a Google searcher is saying, retirement planning help, best retirement specialist in my area. And therefore, when they see your result as a top paid result in Google, they have high interest. They are highly interested in getting a solution to their problem and therefore have a higher likelihood of closing. So we take that cost per lead and then connect it to our next two metrics, our lead to appointment ratio and our appointment show ratio. So how many of the leads that enter their information actually book a call? Is it 80%, 70%, 50%? That's going to highly influence how valuable those leads actually are and kind of influence what the actual cost is to get a meeting versus getting a lead. And then finally, seeing what the actual show rate for that appointment is. If they book the call, do they actually show up on the call for that initial consultation? Blending those three together will give you a much clearer picture of how much it costs to effectively buy a meeting from digital marketing channels. Put those three together and you will have a ton of clarity as to where to best invest your marketing dollars. The final piece of that sales funnel is much more sales driven. So it's more of something that can be fed back to the marketing team as opposed to something the marketing team has a ton of ability to influence. But what is the show to close rate? How many people are going to show up on a meeting in order for you to get that next marginal client? By communicating that back to your marketing team, they can get even greater insights into the results and the quality of leads that are coming in through the different respective campaigns and better allocate your marketing budget. You want to have clarity on all those numbers and be tracking them month over month, campaign by campaign. Now, outside the context of your actual sales funnel, the other thing that you want to be tracking is overall website traffic. If more people are landing on landing pages or reading specific blogs, the greater likelihood that they could organically decide to consume some content and then decide to do business with you. This can be influenced by your search engine optimization. We made a whole other video about that you can check out after this one. But as the amount of traffic goes up, you start to get some insights as to whether your different web pages are converting. If we've seen 2,000 people come to a landing page and none of them have booked a meeting, we need to scrap that landing page and replace the copy, replace the images, rework it so that you can book more meetings from all that traffic that you're earning. Website traffic is a really good tool on the conversion rate, the conversion mechanism of people that land on your web presence and decide you're the person that they want to have a conversation with. And the final marketing metric that you should be looking at closely is those around your email marketing. What is the rate at which the emails that you send to your newsletter, to your list, are being opened? And at what rate are they being clicked? If there's no open rate, there's a high likelihood that you're being sent to the spam filters. And we're going to need to do some stuff to improve basic deliverability of emails being sent from your domain. But if those emails are being opened and no one clicks a link to book a meeting, to learn more, to read the full blog post, to check out other elements that are within your digital ecosystem, that indicates that the copy within the email is not particularly compelling and needs to be reworked as well. Those are some of the core metrics that we look at AUM Growth Marketing when we're evaluating the health of a wealth management firm's digital marketing. If you'd like us to take a look at your marketing to see where we can make some improvement, reach out to us at aumgrowthmarketing.com.